Hi, I'm psychologist Dr. Rich O'Neill with this week's Checkup from the Neck Up. Well, folks, science is about testing our beliefs about the world, and some of our most strongly held ideas are about how to discipline our kids, how to teach them to be better kids. Well, when I was a kid, it was common to, quote, discipline kids by spanking or slapping them. Now, having been on the painful end of that a couple of times myself and having learned nothing but resentment, I've been curious about this ever since. My wife and I did the personal experiment of never hitting either one of our kids, and they both turned out great. Lots of good friends, doing great in school. But with my scientist hat on, I've still been skeptical. Maybe our kids were unusual, but now some major well-designed research seems to answer this question once and for all. The first study observed over 2,500 babies and their moms, starting when the babies were 1 and again at 2 and 3. The researchers found that discipline involving parental aggression, physically hurting 1-year-olds, led to the kids being more aggressive at age 2. Little surprise there, but in one of the biggest surprises, it also led to lower intellectual development, less thinking skill at age 3. Their brains were negatively affected. Verbal punishment, like yelling at 1-year-olds, didn't result in the same problem. But again, on the positive side, if moms were emotionally supportive while verbally disciplining, their kids had even better thinking skills later. And a couple of other studies of over 750 5-year-olds that went on for 10 years found continuing to hit kids as they got older increases the chance of behavior problems as teenagers, and that hitting kids isn't about having a bad kid, but more because of situational stresses on the parents, like low income, being a single parent, or living in a dangerous neighborhood. The big conclusion, parents should lower their stress levels so they don't take it out on their kids. Now, we're very hesitant to change our views about our important beliefs. So for those of you who are still skeptical and still think hurting kids is useful to help them learn, I propose you do your own experiment. Next time your child misbehaves, ask your spouse to bring you the paddle or the belt. Then ask them to teach you how to be a better parent by giving you a beating, and see what you learn. Discipline means teaching with love, not hurting. I'm psychologist Dr. Rich O'Neill. Thanks for listening.